Yeah, my dear students, welcome to JK Shah classes. Myself, Professor Gaurav, and today we are going to do analysis of paper 1 at CA final, that is financial reporting. Just in the last week, we had this exam where the questions were very good, conceptual based questions, and of course you'll be happy to know that majority of the stuff was similar to what we did in our classroom teaching. So my dear students, let us begin with analysis of the whole question paper of financial reporting, which was asked at July attempt. The first question, nothing but chain holding. ये क्वेश्चन तुमने अपना जेकेएससी में 2 क्वेश्चन किया है पर्टेनिंग टू दिस कॉन्सेप्ट. मैं जस्ट ओवरऑल रीडिंग कर लेते हैं एंड देन जो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है उसको हम लोग ध्यान रखते हैं इसके ऊपर. गिवन बिलो इज द बैलेंस शीट ऑफ अ ग्रुप कंपनीज कंप्राइजिंग ऑफ एलएक्स, एमएक्स, एनएक्स. बैलेंस शीट दिया है एलएक्स, एमएक्स, एनएक्स. प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट इक्विपमेंट 17 lakh shares in MX Limited, 9.6 lakh shares in NX Limited. Inventories, trade receivables, bill receivable, cash in hand and at bank. Then my dear students, we have share capital, other equity comprising of reserves and retained earnings, current liabilities, comprising of financial liabilities, and MX Limited either creditor है 55 का. मीन्स कहीं ना कहीं पे अगर एमएक्स लिमिटेड क्रेडिटर है, किसका बुक्स में है क्रेडिटर? एनएक्स में. तो डोंट यू थिंक एमएक्स में एनएक्स भी कुछ रहेगा? म्यूचुअल विंग्स वाला पॉइंट. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. देयर आफ्टरवर्ड्स फ्रेंड्स, व्हाट वी हैव इज एलएक्स लिमिटेड होल्ड्स 85% शेयर्स इन एमएक्स व्हिच वर एक्वायर्ड ऑन 1st April 2020. एमएक्स होल्ड्स 60% शेयर्स इन एनएक्स which were acquired on 30th September 2020. The following balances stood in the books of MX and NX Limited on 1st April 2020. ठीक है. MX और NX का reserves और retained earnings हमको identifiable net assets find करने का amount दे दिया है. The business of activities of NX Limited are not seasonal in nature. The parent company has adopted the accounting policy to measure non-controlling interest at fair value applying Ind AS 103. The fair value determined is at quoted market price. The given market price for MX is 120 and NX is 125. Prepare consolidated balance sheet on 31st March of the group companies LX, MX and NX. Now my dear students, don't you think NCI is at fair value? अगर NCI fair value पे होता है तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Full goodwill method. I hope you remember. वही structure which we have already done in the class, वही structure पे जाना है. Nothing big. हाँ, थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखना है कि MX is acquiring 60% in NX and LX is acquiring 85% in MX. तो हमारा जो net NCI रहेगा 60 का 85%. Yes, I'll just go through the similar questions which we are having in our book. That was nothing but our question number 12. वही कॉन्सेप्ट बेस वाला. हाँ, बस जो एग्जाम में डिफरेंस आया है, that is the date of acquisition. We had the same type of question here, where A holds 750 shares in B and B holds 400 shares in C. और वो बैलेंस दिया है. But यहाँ पे in our book we had the concept that both the shares are acquired on 30th September 2010. Whereas एग्जाम में थोड़ा सा ट्विस्ट आया कि एक जन का एक्विजिशन डेट इज 1st April, दूसरे का एक्विजिशन डेट इज 30th September. तो प्री पोस्ट का बाइफर्केशन करने में ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. एंड इट मे हैपन दैट वॉट एवर इज प्री फॉर MX in NX to certain extent, that much part what is pre will be post fraud the viewpoint of LX Limited. Okay, so that is the basic stuff what we have to consider. Things are simple. We of course had some downstream upstream transactions, nothing big. Yeah, and see the company adopted to measure at fair value. So that was the similar question. I can say majority of the stuff was similar except one area which is nothing but date of acquisition different था. तो उसको ध्यान से रखने का. This is the area where we might make error. We might consider दोनों सेम है उसके हिसाब से सॉल्व हो जाता है. एक और क्वेश्चन था in our book that is यही chain holding related my dear. Yes, same chain holding. Consolidated balance sheet of a group comprising of P and S and SS Limited. देखो 32 lakh shares in S, 24 lakh shares in SS. Of course थोड़ा सा number of assets and liabilities को बढ़ा दिया था. Rest everything was same. NC bills payable P का 70 इधर SS mutual owings that I don't think so we should. अभी देखो information. P holds 80%. S holds 75%, holdings were acquired on 30th September. Bas. The questions which we did in the class were having the date of acquisition to be same. To that much extent, the question has differed. बाकी सब कुछ एकदम basic गया था. The all companies are not seasonal in nature and profits are evenly and this and that. Yes, my dear. So, obviously, here also we had valued the NCI at fair value. थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है हमको NCI फुल नहीं लेना है. A to B, B to C. तो whatever is the B to C, उसका percentage is with me. Like B is holding 100% in C and I am holding 60% in B. So the amount which will be brought will be only restricted to 60%. Yeah, you can just have a glance over these two questions which will give you an idea with respect to the question which has been asked at our exams. Now moving on to next question. Question number 1B. Very surprising but very beautiful concept. And the concept is with respect to current, non-current classification, which we have done under Ind AS 1. Yeah, what is current asset, what is non-current assets. वो जो चार conditions था. An asset is to be considered as current if it is expected to be realized, sold, consumed within the normal operating cycle. It is expected to be realized within 12 months from the date of reporting. It is held for trading and it is cash and cash equivalent. वही current asset का concept लेके ये question number 1B बना है, which is for 4 marks. Charm Limited is a manufacturing company which is into manufacturing of wires and cables and has assessed its operating cycle to be 15 months. The company has some trade receivables which are receivable within the period of 12 months from the reporting date, that is 31st March 21. With respect to following transactions which took place during financial year 2021, give your opinion based on relevant Ind AS. The company has received a contract of 10 crores on 31st March 21. The terms of the contract requires the company to make a security deposit of 20% of the contract value with the customer. The company made a security deposit of 2 crores on 31st March 21. This contract will be completed in 14 months. 70% of the deposit will be refunded immediately and the balance 30% deposit will be refunded after 3 months from completion of contract. मतलब 17 महीना. The company wants to present the security deposit of 2 crore as non-current. Is the management decision correct? फिर बाद में second, the company has some trade receivables that are due after 14 months from the date of the balance sheet. The management of the company expects to receive the amount within the period of operating cycle. Despite the fact that these are receivables in 14 months, the management would like to present this as current. Is the management decision correct? This is due after 14 months and they want to show it as current. In the normal course of business, the company has given 2 contracts and received a total security deposit of 4 crores. 3 crore is received from X Limited and 1 crore is received from Y Limited on 31st March 21. These are repayable on completion of contract. However, if the contract is cancelled within the contract term of 18 months, then the deposits become payable immediately. The company is positive of the contract with X, but it is in doubt about the contract received from Y. The company wants to present the amount of 3 crore as non-current and 1 crore as current in the balance sheet. Is the management decisions correct? friends, very very simple points. I'll just come to the stuff which we have. कहाँ पे इसका discussion हुआ था in our classroom coaching? Yes. See, while doing Ind AS 1, this was the stuff what we did, distinction between current and non-current. Okay. हाँ, उसमें एक point था which was pertaining to current liabilities. That if any current liabilities is to be settled as a part of my working capital, means they are my part of my working capital, then basically operating liabilities. So if my operating liabilities are there which are part of my working capital, I can say operating liabilities मतलब मेरा working capital का part है, अगर वो settled होता है after 12 months, then also we classify them as current liability. Yeah, that was the point which was important. And my dear friends, इसका pertaining थोड़ा illustrations था current non-current का. Yes, basically illustration number 8. I don't say it was exactly that way, but the concept of current non-current which we did in the class with respect to finding out working capital and within working capital. Of course, there were 2-3 more of them, illustration 9 and 10, of course, but related concept was all about current non-current classification. Till this exams, we never found that Ind AS 1 के ऊपर exam में question आता है. But this is what is all about our exams. Anything can be there. That's why, my dear students, we cannot keep any chapter as an option chapter. All chapters are important for us. Yeah, that was all about our question number 1B. I move on to question number 2A. ये Ind AS 40 का question था, wherein the knowledge of Ind AS 16 along with Ind AS 40 is very very important. Because under Ind AS 40, we can go with cost model. You are not allowed with revaluation model. But अगर वही property is owner occupied property, then obviously I can go with revaluation model. Yes, my dear students, a small question, question number 2A. Special Limited is a multinational entity which owns 3 properties. All the 3 properties were purchased on 1st April 2020. The following details were furnished. Purchase price 1, 2 and 3, estimated life, fair value. The company uses property 1 and 2 for its business purpose, owner occupied property. The company is exploring the opportunity to sell the property 3 if it gets reasonable consideration. Till the time it is not sold, the company has rented the property. It has adopted revaluation model for subsequent measurement of these properties. The depreciation is charged on straight line method. However, the company has not charged any depreciation on property 1 and 3 for current year since fair value of the property exceeds carrying amount. My dear, this cannot be a point, valid point. The difference between the fair value and the carrying amount has been recognized in the statement of P&L. The properties are shown under the head of property, plant, equipment. Analyze whether the accounting policy adopted by company in relation to given properties are in accordance with Ind AS. If not, advise the correct treatment and present an extract of balance sheet for 31st March 2021. Now see, property 3 में भी revaluation model use किया है. Obviously, I hope you remember. हम लोग Ind AS 40 पे आते हैं. In this, if you remember, land held for undetermined use. You don't know what is the use of that asset as of now. You're holding property number 3 to get some reasonable consideration. Till the time it is not sold, the company has rented the property. या हमने इसको रेंट पे डाल दिया है, तो so it is my investment property. बराबर है? Of course, there afterwards, should this be considered as this, and a similar point which we did in our class wala part. was revaluation model कि हम लोग इंड एस 40 में फेयर वैल्यू बताएगा, वो डिस्क्लोजर होगा, बट standard does not allow us to go for revaluation of investment property. Yeah, so very small question that point, my dear. Yeah, you just have to find out instance. We have to just give them the answer that revaluation model allowed nahi hai yahan pe, and we can proceed further for it. Moving on to question number 2B, Ind AS 115. This question basically was all about allocating the transaction price, which we did in our class sessions. Allocating the discount, standalone selling prices है, observable inputs नहीं है, and based on that. So उसको scenario 1, 2, 3 करके ICA ने पूछा है. Beautiful question. He has provided you 4 independent scenarios. You are advised to respond to the queries mentioned at the end of each scenario. Support your answer with relevant extracts of the applicable Ind AS. GTM Limited enters into a contract with a customer to sell product G, T and M in exchange of 1,90,000 rupees. 3 dega. GTM will satisfy the performance obligation for each product at different points in time. GTM Limited regularly sells product G separately, and therefore the standalone selling price is directly observable. The standalone selling price of product T and M are not directly observable, because the standalone selling price of product T and M are not directly observable. The company has to estimate them. To estimate the standalone selling prices, the company uses adjusted market assessment approach for product T and the expected cost plus a margin approach for product M. In making these estimates, the company maximizes the use of observable inputs. The entity's estimated standalone selling price are as follows: product G, T, M और उसका total. Determine the transaction price allocated to each product. ये हो गया हमारा पहला scenario. दूसरा scenario, GTM is regularly selling product G, T and M individually. The standalone selling prices are as under: G, T and M total. In addition, the company regularly sells product T and M together for rupees 1 lakh. The company enters into a contract with another customer to sell product G, T and M in exchange for 1,90,000. GTM Limited will satisfy the performance obligation for each of the products at different point of time, or product T and M at same point of time. Determine the allocation of transaction price to product T and M. Scenario number 3, GTM Limited enters into contract with a customer to sell product G, T and M as described in scenario number 2. The contract also includes a promise to transfer a product Hope. Total consideration is 240,000. The standalone selling prices of product Hope is highly variable because the company sells product Hope to different customers for a broad range of amounts, that is from 40 to 65,000. Determine the selling price of product G, T, M and Hope using residual approach. And the last scenario, the same facts in scenario 3 applies to scenario 4, except that the transaction price is 225 instead of 240. Discuss how the transaction price is to be allocated. Now, my dear students, this type of questions are actually very helpful for us, because 12 mark gets divided into all these scenarios. अब obviously the related concept कि भाई जब मल्टीपल प्रोडक्ट्स बेच रहा है हम लोग, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज द ट्रांजैक्शन प्राइस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू विच प्रोडक्ट, बिकॉज व्हेन इट इज गिवन एज अ बंडल्ड डिस्काउंट आता है, तो उसका अलोकेशन भी कैसे होता था. या इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस वी हैड इन आवर टेक्स्ट बुक, आई विल जस्ट गिव अ रिलेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट. इट्स इन वॉल्यूम नंबर 1, no, it's volume 2, page number 142. See dear students, allocation वाला Question number 28. To certain extent, I can say even thoda sa 29 bhi, which will give us an idea. Same. देखो, product A, B, C's are sold for 10,000. The entity satisfies the performance obligation for each product at different points of time. You also sell the product A separately, and therefore the standalone selling price is directly observable. The standalone selling price of product B and C are not directly observable. See. Scenario 1, beta bitaya, question number 28. To estimate standalone selling price, the entity uses adjusted market assessment approach for product B and expected cost plus margin product for product C. In this making estimate, entity maximizes the use of observable inputs. So this is what I want to tell you, my dear students. यहाँ पे हमने basically paragraph में आया, standalone selling price are not observable, this. Company uses adjusted market assessment approach for product T. Adjusted market assessment approach for product B. समझ में आया? C. And cost plus margin approach for product M. Expected cost plus margin approach for product C. What I mean to tell is, these all concepts are getting covered in our classroom coaching, my dear. Yeah. Now, of course, here we have is determine the transaction price. तो मेरा scenario A तो खत्म हो गया. Pertaining to that, एक और question ऐसा ही. Of course, I don't say exactly, but अभी ये जो discount का part आता है, GTM regularly sells this, standalone selling prices. In addition, company sells T and M together. So obviously, when you are going to sell something together for 1,90,000, तो discount आया. So my dear students, you can find it. Question number 29. Products X, Y, Z. You regularly sell product Y and Z together 50,000. Case A, allocating discount to one or more performance obligation. The entity enters into a contract with us to sell product X, Y, Z in exchange for 1 lakh. एक 20 को 1 लाख में बेचने का बात आया. The entity will satisfy the performance obligation of the products at different point of time, or product Y and Z at same point of time. Determine the allocation of product Y and Z. So my dear, if you look properly, this of course numbers have to be different, things have to be different, but the concepts are already getting covered. So please go through this question number 28 and 29. Of course, we have already solved all those things in our classroom coaching. तो अभी मैं जब analysis कर रहा है कि पेपर कैसा था, of course थोड़ा सा लेंदी लगा रहेगा. That is where writing practice comes into picture. And obviously, by giving all the prelims and class test at final level, your writing practice obviously will be higher as compared to by other peers. Yeah, so question number 28, 29, if you look properly, this is what we had in our book, and the same thing we are having it at our exam also. अच्छा लगता है ना? Of course, this was a different. This 30th was change in transaction price later on. Let me now move on to another question का analysis कि ये कौन सा concept के ऊपर था. Of course, this pertaining to question 2B, it was all about allocating the transaction price. और जब एक bundle में जाता है तो थोड़ा discount मिलता है, तो discount कैसा allocate करेगा? Both these concepts were getting covered. Now, my friends, I go for question number 3A, which is from Ind AS 41, and you will be again happy to know that the whole question was what we did in the class. पूरा का पूरा class में जो question किया था, वो का वो same type of question is this part. Seva prepares financial statements. Company carried following time. Jameen खरीदा 60 lakhs. Dairy cows, average age 2 साल for 20 lakhs. Received a non-refundable grant of 10 lakhs towards acquisition of the cows. During the year ending on 31st March, the company on its dairy cow incurred 8.5 to maintain their condition and 4.6 as breeding fee to a local farmer. 1st October 120 calves were born. There were no other changes in the number of animals during the year ending on 21. Seva has 3,200 liters of unsold milk in inventory. The milk was sold on 1st and 2nd April at market price. So this is the fair value less cost to sell. If you remember the increase in the value of my biological asset, how much is the value growth and how much is physical growth? We have a cow whose age is 2. After 1 year, its age is 3. So obviously the fair value has changed. We have to give bifurcation. कि कितना physical के कारण growth है, physical growth के कारण और कितना value wise growth है. Yes, my dear, if you look at this similar question, of course, सबका concept overlapping concept था. Question 2 was only with respect to the fair value of the biological asset, but question number 3 देखिए. Purchase the land for 50 lakhs, purchase the land for 60 lakhs, purchase 200 dairy cows, purchase 200 dairy cows, जिसका लाइफ है 2 साल, जिसका लाइफ है 2 साल. I hope you are understanding my point. Yeah, received a grant, non-refundable. Sir, received a grant. Copy, paste, of course. Huh? Not I can say that way, but what I mean, similar questions, which we are taking from the modules only. From RTP, from model test papers. We have picked up all those questions which we have put in the textbook. Yeah, so of course numbers have to be different. Before I move on to next question, yes, ये हमारा solution था उसका, कितना fair value changes हुआ था, फिर balance sheet का extract. Yeah, see, while giving exams, we feel so happy if the questions which we have already done, the concepts which we have already covered, only comes there. Let me move on to another question. Again, you will say, sir, एकदम same type का question आप लोग class में किया था, वही question was there in exam with respect to impairment of asset. Question number 3B. A Limited purchase an asset of 200 lakhs on 1st April 17. It has a useful life of 4 years with no residual value. Recoverable amount of the asset is as follows: 31st March 18, 19 or 20 का recoverable amount दे दिया. Calculate the amount of impairment loss or reversal, if any, on 1890. Depreciation is provided on SLM basis. Now my friends, this is nothing but impairment. जब हम रिवर्सल करते हैं, बस वो पॉइंट इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है कि रिवर्सल करते वक्त वी हैव टू सी टू इट दैट द रिवाइज कैरिंग अमाउंट डज नॉट एक्सीड द कॉस्ट हैड इंपेयरमेंट लॉस नॉट बीन चार्ज. बस वो पॉइंट यहां पे ध्यान रखना पड़ता था इस क्वेश्चन में. सो क्वेश्चन कौन सा पार्ट में था? आई टेल यू ऑन पेज नंबर, या दिस वाज द स्टफ. A Limited purchase an asset for 100 lakhs. Its useful life 4 साल, no residual value or recoverable amount 60, 40, 28. Calculate the amount of impairment loss or its reversal on 31st March 1, 31st March 2 and 31st March 3. A very simple question if you look properly, yeah, which majority of the times you will be able to get it. और जो concept हमारे लिए important था वो ये था, had no impairment loss been recognized. So similar point, question number 4 of JKC book. So now my dear students, I have completed question number 3B. Let us go to a small question, question number 3C, जहां पे Ind AS 21 and of course consolidation का 110 का दोनों कॉन्सेप्ट साथ में आ गया. साथ में इन द सेंस आई हैव एन सब्सिडरी which whose functional currency is not my currency. So we have to translate. If you remember class में we have done one question on consolidation which is foreign subsidiary का consolidation. फॉरेन सब्सिडरी का कंसोलिडेशन का प्रोसीजर्स क्या होता है वो हमने इंड एस 110 में किया हुआ है. आई विल कम ऑन दैट पॉइंट आल्सो कि SB is engaged in business of producing extracts from natural plants for pharmaceuticals and Ayurvedic companies. It has wholly owned subsidiary UB Limited which is engaged in business of pharmaceuticals. UB Limited purchases pharmaceutical extracts from its parent company. The demand is very high and hence to cater the shortfall, UB also purchases the pharmaceutical extract from other companies. Purchases are made at competitive price. SB, the holding company or the parent company, sold pharmaceutical extracts to UB Limited for euro 10 lakhs on 1st Feb. The cost of this extract was 770 lakhs in the books of SB Limited at the time of sale. At the year end, all the pharmaceutical extracts were lying as a closing stock payable with UB Limited. Euro is the functional currency of UB while Indian rupees is the functional currency of SB Limited. Exchange rate दे दिया है. Of course, I hope you remember at the time of consolidation जो unrealized profit रहेगा उसका adjustment करना पड़ेगा. And also one point and that is कि sir don't you think वो जो unrealized profit में मेरा exchange fluctuations का भी amount include रहेगा. That is the crux of this particular question. थोड़ा related question I can say, not exact but थोड़ा related question हमको CFS में और हमारा Ind AS 21 दोनों जगह पे मिलेगा. Just wait, I'll find out from the index page only. वहां से उठा लेते हैं उसको. Volume 1 consolidation में we did one beautiful question I'll tell you जिसमें ये concept हमने full fledged cover किया था. 31. उसमें वो गुडविल का एडजस्टमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट था. ऑफ कोर्स द क्वेश्चन व्हिच हैज बीन आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम इट इज नॉट टोटली द स्टफ व्हिच इज हियर बट यस ये रिलेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट हैज बीन कवर्ड इन आवर क्लासरूम डिस्कशन. आउटस्टैंडिंग लोन अमाउंट था एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. यस एंड ऑल्सो अंडर Ind AS 21 question number 5 which was pertaining to this concept where we are translating the subsidiary ka financial statements in our functional currency. Of course show the impact in my console financial statements. Friends, related concept had been dealt at our classroom teaching. Let us now move on to another question. Question 4A, 14 marks. You'll be so happy, my dear students, that whatever we are doing in class, the same question, of course, is coming in our exam. Not related concept, same question. Of course, amounts would have changed. Question 4A was with respect to financial instrument standard, 14 marks. We have given loan and the loan obviously has concessional amount. उसमें पहला 10 लाख के लिए 4% है. For next 15 lakhs it is 7%. Softtech Limited has a policy of subsidized loans to its employees. हमने loan grant किया. Of course, the moment you give this loan, you would have recognized at its fair value. Okay. The principal amount will be recovered in 5 installments, will be first applied to 7% interest bearing principal. The accrued interest shall be paid on annual basis. B must remain in service till the term of loan ends and the market rate is 12% per annum. And for that they have given us the discounting rates. ये हमारा expected cash flows है कि ऐसा ऐसा होने वाला है. कि पहला जो भी पैसा आएगा वो 7% में जाएगा और बाकी का हम लोग 4% में ले लेंगे उसको and so on. This was the whole question for which we were supposed to pass journal entry. This question was so much important that I also covered it in our JKC online part also. हमने इसको क्लास में वॉल्यूम 1 में आई कैन से क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. यस, Wheel Company Limited has a policy of providing subsidizing loan. Principal amount 10 lakh. Principal amount 10 lakhs. इधर 25 लाख. पहला 10 लाख 4%, बाकी का 15 लाख 7%. First 4 lakhs 4%, next 6 lakhs 7%. Start date 5 years. Now see, 14 marks. So cash rich question this was. And I hope you remember when we solved this question in the class also. कॉन्सेप्ट कोई बड़ा नहीं था, सिर्फ सब्सिडाइज लोन था. और जब रीपेमेंट होता है बीच में, तो हाउ दैट वर्किंग हैज टू बी कंसीडर्ड, दैट वाज द चैलेंजिंग पार्ट. या यू विल इनिशियली मेजर्ड एट फेयर वैल्यू. यहां पे 12% के हिसाब से हमने किया था. तो हमारा जो प्रिंसिपल पॉइंट था पहले से था. या और ये डीम्ड कॉस्ट 156 इज टू बी अमोर्टाइज्ड ओवर द लोन पीरियड. दिस इज हाउ इट मूव्स. अब जब उसने प्रीपेमेंट कर दिया तो ऑफ कोर्स हमको हमारे कॉस्ट में भी एडजस्टमेंट करना था, हमको हमारे लोन में भी एडजस्टमेंट करना था. बस वही चैलेंज पॉइंट था which has been asked in this question number 4A, my dear. I don't think so इसमें मैं ज्यादा एनालिसिस करूं, because whatever we have done in the class, उसका सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट था प्रीपेमेंट हो रहा है एक सब्सिडाइज लोन का. हाउ शुड दैट अमाउंट बी बाइफरकेटेड. Yeah, it is question number 2 of our financial instrument standard chapter. Now let me move on to another question. Analysis करते हैं कि क्या पूछा था ICI ने. Of course, this is basically Ind AS 101 transition adjustment that a loan has been received. अंडर प्रीवियस गैप अगर तुमको कोई लोन सस्ते में मिलता है तो उसका कोई डायरेक्टली आइडेंटिफिकेशन नहीं होता. मीन सब्सिडाइज लोन, गवर्नमेंट इज गिविंग मी अ लोन एट लेसर इंटरेस्ट रेट, उसका कोई AS12 में मीन्स आई मीन टू से प्रीवियस गैप में कोई आइडेंटिफिकेशन होता नहीं था. तो ऑब्वियसली व्हेन वी अडॉप्ट Ind AS 20, द लोन इज टू बी रिकॉग्नाइज्ड एट फेयर वैल्यू एंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द फेयर वैल्यू एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ लोन इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड as a government grant. ठीक है फ्रेंड्स. सो आई डोंट हैव अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन वेयर आई कैन से ये कनेक्ट हो गया उसके साथ. ऑफ कोर्स इनडायरेक्टली वो गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट्स के साथ कनेक्ट हुआ, जहां पे हमने फेयर वैल्यू ऑफ अ ग्रांट विच इज नथिंग बट लोन टेकन एट अ डिस्काउंटेड रेट फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट, वी हैव डन इन फॉर्म ऑफ इलस्ट्रेशन इन क्लास वर्क. ऑफ कोर्स डायरेक्टली कोई रिलेट नहीं हुआ, एज क्वेश्चन नंबर 4A रिलेट हुआ था. सिमिलरली ये CSR का पॉइंट वाला नेक्स्ट और था. CSR का that is company is incorporated on 1st April. The company has a net worth of 350. The business of the company was affected due to low demand of its product. The financial data is given this. Company has spent 55,000 per month for developing vocational skills of local youth. The company has provided its product at considerable discount for the benefits of underprivileged, the cost of which of this much. The company wants to carry forward the entire expenditure as its opinion that it does not have to spend anything on CSR for the current year. A recent amendment which we did, in which we had this concept that sir, अगर हम लोग हमारा जो परसेंटेज खर्चा करने का है उसके ऊपर कोई खर्चा करते हैं तो we can carry forward. तो वॉट एवर इज द रिक्वायरमेंट, उस रिक्वायरमेंट से अगर कोई ज्यादा खर्चा हुआ है देन ऑब्वियसली वी कैन कैरी फॉरवर्ड इट. दैट इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट. यस, दिस वर कवर्ड इन एडिशनल लेक्चर्स. आई डोंट हैव द डायरेक्ट लिंक इन माय टेक्स्ट बुक बिकॉज उस टाइम पे कैरी फॉरवर्ड अलाउड नहीं था, उस टाइप का क्वेश्चन था. नाउ द कैरी फॉरवर्ड इज अलाउड. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5A. नाउ माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस क्वेश्चन ऑफ कोर्स Ind AS 33 का डाइल्यूटेड अर्निंग पर शेयर. व्हाट कैन बी द मैक्सिमम डाइल्यूशन, उसके हिसाब से देखना था. 31st March 19, the issued share capital of SB Limited consisted of 20 lakh ordinary shares of 1 each. On 1st July, the company issued 25 lakhs 8% convertible loan stock for cash at par. Each rupees 100 nominal of loan stock may be converted at any time during the year ended on 24 to 27 into number of ordinary shares set out as below. 24 में करते तो 135, 25 में करते 130, 125 and 120. If the loan stock is not converted by 2027, they would be redeemed at par. It is assumed that the return equity conversion option is accounted for as a derivative liability and marked to market through profit or loss. The changes in options का fair value reported on 31st March 20 and 21 amounted to loss of 5,000 and 5,300 respectively. Further, it is assumed that there are no tax consequences arising from these losses. The profit before interest, fair value movements and taxation for the year ended on 31st March 20 and 21 amounted to 16 lakh 50,000 and 17 lakh 90,000 respectively and relate wholly to continuing operation. The rate of tax for both the period is 33% including cess and surcharge. Calculate the basic and diluted EPS for 31st March 20 and 31st March 21. देखो बच्चा लोग, not directly but I can say हमने इसको किधर देखा था basically ये क्वेश्चन को under Ind AS 33. See, we did one question number 3. Of course, this question number 3 was very exhaustive. बहुत कुछ कवर किया था उसमें. सेम वे क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 किया था. रिलेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट. आई डोंट से द डायरेक्टली ये क्वेश्चन आया था, बट रिलेटेड कॉन्सेप्ट विच वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड इन अवर क्लासरूम डिस्कशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू बेसिक एंड डाइल्यूटेड. यस, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का पॉइंट हमारा बहुत वाइड था. दोनों साल का हम लोग फाइंड करते थे एंड ऑफ कोर्स उसमें तो हमने बोनस भी करवाया था, तो रीस्टेटिंग भी होता था, विच वॉज वाइडर. ऑफ कोर्स हियर it is only pertaining to 2 years we have to find EPS as well as DEPS, and no restatement is required because no bonus has been done. No restatement is required. What can be the maximum conversion, maximum dilution? That is what I would be taking here for the purpose of dilution. Nothing big stuff here as far as EPS and DEPS is concerned. Let us now move on to the next question. Question number 5B on 108 operating segment. मैं ऐसा करता है, यही क्वेश्चन जो बुक में है उसको ही पढ़ लेता है, सो दैट यू गेट एन आइडिया विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू व्हाट इज देयर इन द एग्जाम. ऑफ कोर्स, ऑपरेटिंग इन पेंट इंडस्ट्री बिजनेस सेगमेंट कंप्राइज ऑफ दिस. We need to just disclose the information with respect to this reportable segment. And no figures of the previous year would be required. यही हमारा ऑपरेटिंग सेगमेंट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 देखो. ऑफ कोर्स द स्टफ यहां पे कोई ऐसा कोई पॉइंट नहीं है जो बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो या बहुत याद रखना. एक बेसिक था, नथिंग बट रिकरिंग टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस व्हिच वी ऑलवेज हैव इन द क्लास. ऑफ कोर्स नाम चेंज कर दिया था. इनकम टैक्स एक्सपेंस जिसमें हमारा करंट टैक्स इतना, डेफर्ड टैक्स इतना, बाइफर्केशन. वी हैड कोटिंग एंड अदर्स. हियर वी हैव पेंट्स एंड अदर्स. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू. Concentrate on our JKC textbook. Model papers. If you look at our textbook, you will find we have given model test papers. And of course, whenever you are going for your test series, you will find in the test series, we are bringing whatever our institute does as the latest stuff. Like COVID का जो था, changes आया था, तो how this COVID changes are to be affected under Ind AS 116. So of course the textbooks are already printed, तो वहां पे हमने वो क्वेश्चन नहीं किया था, but as revision lectures we did, and thereafterwards of course हमारा टेस्ट पेपर में वो क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. So this is the key for our success. Focus on whatever is there in our textbook, the model papers, give exams, and things are very, very easy. Yeah. So this was all about question number 5B. 5C is nothing but lease modification with respect to 116. Of course, TED entered into a lease contract with the lessor to lease 2000 square kilometer of retail space for 5 years. The rentals are payable monthly in advance. The lease commenced on 1st April 19 in the year 2020 as a direct consequence of COVID-19 pandemic. TED has negotiated with the lessor, which may result into following situation. Lessor agrees that the rent concession under which the monthly rent will be reduced by 30% per month for the 12 months commencing from 1st October. TED is granted a rent concession by the lessor whereby the lease payments for October 20 to December 20 are deferred. 3 months are added to the end of lease term at the same monthly rent. Lessor offers to reduce monthly rent by 50% for the months of October to March 2021 on the condition that the space is reduced from 2000 square meters to 1500 square meters. Analyze the given situation in light with Ind AS 116. My dear students, I hope you are aware of this. Basically, lease modification, but in line with the requirement which were given by our ICAI. मैं लीज मॉडिफिकेशन का एक लिंक दे देता हूं कि आई थिंक इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 24, 25 और 26 था हमारे बुक में. यस, modification, that is change in consideration concept, and of course this has to be linked with the ICAI guidance. Modification that decreases the scope of the lease, यहां पे हमारा decrease हुआ scope. Of course 24 was with respect to increase in the scope of the lease by extending the contractual lease term. Don't you think ये जो हमारा क्वेश्चन था उसमें तीनों पैरामीटर्स का थोड़ा थोड़ा पॉइंट आ गया, 3 महीना बढ़ा दिया था. ठीक है, I'll not go into too much of discussion of this, just an idea that this question was with respect to lease modification in or I can say read along with COVID-19 pandemic changes. Question 6A basically is relating to Ind AS 2. I can say not directly, but Ind AS 2 में से हमको आता है a concept which is nothing but fixed production overheads. This fixed production overheads are to be charged to production based on the recovery rate. And I hope you remember the recovery rate is nothing but based on actual capacity or installed capacity, or you can say normal capacity, whichever is higher. बस वही वाला point था. So Heavy Limited as a plant with normal capacity to produce 90,000 units of a product per annum and an expected fixed production overhead of 18 lakhs. There are no quarterly seasonal variations, hence the normal expected production for each quarter is uniform. The actual production is 87,000 units total. The production details are as follows: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Calculate the allocation of fixed production overhead for all the 4 quarters. चारों क्वार्टर का फिक्स प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड का इफेक्ट देख लो. ठीक है, सो ऑब्वियसली बेस्ड ऑन नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी और एक्चुअल कैपेसिटी विच एवर इज हायर. 90,000 डिवाइडेड बाई 4 करके तुम नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. सो नॉट अ दैट मच चैलेंजिंग क्वेश्चन. ऑफ कोर्स ये फिक्स प्रोडक्शन ओवरहेड कितना ऑब्जॉर्व करना चाहिए उसके ऊपर अपना बुक में क्वेश्चन था. नाउ अगेन कम्स फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स, and that is very very important for us also. So if you look properly, financial instruments का 19 marks का तो weightage हो गया, 14 marks का तो question था ही बैठा बिठाया, and this again 5. This is nothing but segregation वाला, wherein a financial instruments is segregated into debt and equity component. Here we have a compulsory preferential redeemable preferences जहां पे ये option दिया है. X Limited issues preferences to B Limited for a consideration of 18 lakhs. The holder has no option to convert this preferences to a fixed number of equity instruments of the issuer at any time up to the period of 4 years. Holder has an option, sorry, no option, has an option to convert this preference shares. If the holder does not exercise, the preference shares are redeemable. The preference shares carries an interest rate of 5.5%. The prevailing market rate of similar preference shares without conversion option is 8%. X Limited has early redemption option to prepay this instrument at 20 lakhs, and on 30th September it exercised that option. The interest rate has changed on that date. At that time, X Limited could have issued 1 year, that is maturity, non-convertible debenture at 6%, calculate the value of liability and equity component on the date of initial recognition, also give amortization table. Now friends, देखो हमने हमारा ऑप्शन भी किया एक्सरसाइज, लेकिन क्वेश्चन ने जो पूछा है, see it is very important for us what you know and what has been asked. The question has asked to calculate the value of liability and equity component on the date of initial recognition and give amortization schedule, कि कैसे ये amortize होगा. बस अब ये जो पॉइंट है यहां पे कि मैंने लाइबिलिटी को प्रीपे कर डाला, that is the other part of our financial instrument standard, where a liability is settled fully before its cancellation or before its settlement. तो हम लोग उस दिन का उसका फेयर वैल्यू फाइंड करते थे एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. वी आर नॉट सपोज टू गो इनटू दैट एरिया एज ऑफ नाउ. हमको सिर्फ फाइंड करना है कितना इक्विटी कंपोनेंट, कितना डेट कंपोनेंट ऑन इनिशियल रिकॉग्निशन. ऑफ कोर्स इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 28 ऑफ 109. यस, एक तो इलस्ट्रेशन 16 जो लिंक था, बट आई विल डायरेक्टली गो फॉर 28 वाला इलस्ट्रेशन. ये मॉडल टेस्ट पेपर में भी हमने बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन किया था विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सेग्रीगेशन. हाउ मच इज इक्विटी कंपोनेंट, हाउ मच इज डेट कंपोनेंट. पहला मैं 28 करता और फिर 16 पे आके आई विल डिस्कस द पॉइंट दैट अर्ली रिडम्पशन ऑप्शन का क्या इफेक्ट है. फर्स्ट लेट अस कम टू 28 वाला इलस्ट्रेशन. ठीक है, बेसिकली कन्वर्जन होगा तो क्या क्या होगा एंड कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ अ लायबिलिटी कंपोनेंट, इक्विटी कंपोनेंट. And here in with this we also had the transaction cost ka point also, which is not there in this question. Yeah, journal entry, kitna preference shares, kitna equity component and so on. So on. Preference shares obviously will be my liability. The question does not want us to do this much of accounting. इतना सारा journal entry ये सब करने का बात नहीं था. मुझे सिर्फ segregation करने का था जो एक normally हम लोग कर लेते हैं. Of course here बाकी सब 27 और 28 और ये यूएस डॉलर्स में था तो मैं उसके ऊपर डिस्कशन नहीं किया अभी तुम्हारे साथ. सीधा 28 में वो सेग्रीगेशन किया. नाउ कम टू इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 16 माय डियर. वाई थोड़ा सा जो आगे का पार्ट था ना, लेट अस डिस्कस दैट पार्ट आल्सो. छोटा सा पॉइंट, अमोर्टाइजेशन टेबल, बरोबर है. अज्यूम दैट डी हैज एन अर्ली रिडम्पशन ऑप्शन टू प्रीपे द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स एट 11 lakhs ऑन 30th June and it exercises the option, calculated the value of the liability and equity component. तो a compound financial instruments को अगर मैं redeem करता है तो मैं क्या करना चाहिए था? Yeah, so that is what we had in our illustration number 16. Okay friends, yeah, they just ask us to calculate the liability and equity on the date of initial recognition, but of course ये point को हम थोड़ा सा ध्यान में लेके बात कर सकते हैं. Question number 6C. Via Limited issued 1000 shares options to its employee. (200 employees with an exercise price of 10. The employees are required to stay for 3 years. The fair value of the option is 18. 90% of the employees are expected to vest the option. The company faced severe crisis during second year and it was decided to cancel the scheme with immediate effect. The market price of the share on the date of cancellation was 15. The following information is available. Fair value of the option on the date of cancellation is 12. The company paid compensation to the employees at the rate of 13.50. There were only 190 employees at the employment. Now basically cancellation of an old plan. तो जितना भी हमारा remaining amount रहता है, cancellation किया तो जितना भी हमारा remaining amount रहता है वो पहले हम debit कर देते हैं. We charge it. और फिर जब हम पेमेंट करते हैं, when we make additional payment बेटा, at that point of time, to the extent of that fair value, हम उसको employee compensation reserve के सामने एडजस्ट करते हैं और उसके ऊपर कुछ रहता है तो उसको हम लोग सीधा का सीधा डेबिट करता था to employee benefit expense for that particular year. If you remember this type of question we have done, I will just come on that point. Anything over and above it is adjusted. ये रहा question number 7. Cancel the scheme. It was decided that fair value of the option was 90. There was a compensation paid to directors. Similar question. Yeah. So, मेरा question number 7 was very much similar to what has been asked here, my dear. Yes. कि cancellation होता है तो कोई वांदा नहीं, तो जितना भी रिमेनिंग कॉस्ट बचा है वो पूरा का पूरा हम लोग रिकॉग्नाइज करता था और फिर जो पेमेंट करता है दैट विल बी एडजस्टेड टू शेयर बेस्ड पेमेंट रिजर्व. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 was with respect to it. Now I move on to the last question for our discussion in this analysis. Question number 6D Ind AS 103 के साथ रिलेट हो गया. As a part of business expansion strategy, UG Limited is in the process of setting up healthcare intermediate business. The process is at a very initial stage. Towards this, UG Limited acquired on 1st April 2020 100% ordinary shares of AG Limited. AG Limited manufactures healthcare intermediaries. The PC of AG was by way of share exchange valued at 1750. The fair value of AG net asset is 750, but the fair value does not include the patent owned by AG for established successful intermediate drug. There is a remaining life of 10 years. A consultant has estimated the value of this patent to be 500 lakhs. However, the outcome of clinical trials for the same is awaited. If the trials are successful, the value of the drugs would fetch 750 lakhs. AG Limited has developed and patented a new vaccine which has been approved for clinical use. The cost of developing the vaccine was 600 lakhs. Based on early assessment, its sales success, its market value is estimated to be 1000 lakhs by the valuer. UG has requested you to suggest accounting treatment for the same. चलो बाबा क्या करने का accounting treatment? Same question number 20. वहां पे तो हमारे पास 4 चीज था. Here we don't have those 4 things. Question on business combination is in volume number 1. कहाँ गया वो क्वेश्चन जो हमने क्लास में किया था? ये रहा. Of course, past एग्जाम में भी ये पूछा गया था. MNC is in a process of setting a medicine manufacturing business. बराबर है. यहाँ पे भी यही सेम था and we had to find out that goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. Patent owned by Akash for establishing a successful new drug that has a medicinal remaining life of 6 years. The consultant has estimated to be 8 crores. बराबर. तो इसको हम 8 करोड़ पे रिकॉग्नाइज करते थे. सेम. इफ द ट्रायल्स आर सक्सेसफुल तो 750 lakhs. तो तुम 500 पे लिखेगा कि 750 पे? सर 500. इफ द ट्रायल्स आर सक्सेसफुल तो 750 है, वरना इट इज 500 ओनली माय डियर. फिर दूसरा था has developed a new drug. Approval for the cost of developing is this. Based on early assessment of sales, a reputed valuer has estimated the market value of 19 crore for this patent. Yes, the cost of development is 6,000 lakhs. So my dear, I hope all of you, my dear students, would be getting the point that we have covered majority of the questions in our classroom discussions. Some of them are to ekdam similar, and of course some questions the concepts have been discussed. Related questions would be there. जैसे कि EPS में जो क्वेश्चन था हमारा EPS का क्वेश्चन नंबर 5A, तो वो DEPS का कॉन्सेप्ट हमने बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन में किया. Here it has been asked at other level. So my point is that only, while ending the discussion on analysis, that dear students, please do the JKSC ka textbook to the fullest with model test paper and give exams. Of course, this book has been prepared taking our ICI material, other materials, available material, exam papers into base. So, once again, my dear students, all the best, happy learning. Thank you very much.